Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are brand new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found me. I'm Bonnie, Old Soul Mermaid, and today we have an unboxing. It is an unboxing of Heavenly Bodies Astrology, the deck and little guidebook, and it is by Lily Ashwell. And if that name sounds familiar to you, you might be familiar with Lily's mother. The creator and the proprietor of the Shabby Chic line, Shabby Chic movement. I believe her first name's Rachel. It's been a while. Rachel Ashwell, correct me if I'm wrong. But her daughter Lily has had her own dress line. She lives in the US, I believe in Venice, California, my old stomping grounds. And my sister, who's not into tarot at all, but she does admire the art, but she turned me on to this deck, and I went onto Lily's website and saw, well, a few months ago that this deck was out of print, but it looked really beautiful to me. And a little while ago, I went back on the site and it said it was going to be up for reprinting. And lo and behold, I saw that it was available on her site. But it also came to my attention that it was available on Amazon too. So I don't know how this differs from her first printing, if it was more indie, production values. If you know, if you had the indie version of this deck, please let me know in the comments as we go through this walkthrough if there's any changes. I'm sure the indie deck did not come with this nice large box. So I'm going to take the plastic off. It's still wrapped in plastic, and I will note it is a Cicco Books publication. So in the US, the MSRP is $35, UK is 25 pounds. So I'm going to take the plastic off and we'll take a look. All right, I was hoping that it was going to be a nice, oh, well, it could be. Okay, well, let's take a look at these beautiful colors. I'm thinking it's a clamshell magnetic side closure, but it does have one of these sleeves on it, so we'll have to take that off. But if you can look at the beautiful watercolor art, little mixed media here. This is the side and the back of this sleeve. Learn, study the beautiful cards, and deepen your understanding of astrology. Decode, become your own astrologer by creating visual spreads of any astrological placement. From your cosmic blueprint, visit lilyashwell.com for your copy of your birth chart to what's happening in the skies right now. Hello, full moon seekers. Communicate. Use the deck as an oracle to communication with angels and spirit guides. And it gives you a little layout how it's set out. So it looks like there's 51 soul hand illustrated astrology cards in a 2-piece box. And there's a 144-page guidebook. So very, very cool. Now this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So yes, this is what it looks like without, oh, look at this, without the sleeve. So beautiful. I fell in love with the limited images I saw on her website. So it's a little weak, but it is a magnetic closure. So that's very, very good. Oh, wow. Look at this. A quote by Henry David Thoreau from 1845, "Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads." And this has this beautiful mixed media. This is kind of the stuff I'm starting to play with, and I just love this mode of media because even if you can't draw or paint, you can still create art, though I'm sure she's probably very apt in watercolor and drawing and all that. This is a hardcover little book. Oh my goodness. How beautiful. We're going to put the book to the side And this packaging reminds me a little of the Yogic Path Oracle, you know how, and the one by Colette Baron-Reid, the Shamanic Oracle. I'm brain farting on the title right now, but that's the inside of the box with a beautiful ribbon. Oh my gosh, the production value is so beautiful. And so there's the cards are protected with another nice hardcover box. This is fantastic. And we're gonna, sorry about that, we're gonna just get in a little bit closer. Thumb cutouts. I live my life in growing orbits which move over the things of this world. Perhaps I can never achieve the last, but that will be my attempt. I am circling around God, around the ancient tower, and I have been circling for 1,000 years. And I still don't know if I am a falcon or a storm or a great song. So this is a quote by Rainier Maria Rilke from 1899, and it's so beautiful. Oh, wow. Oh, there's more. Oh my goodness, you guys. So a quote from 1803 by William Blake: to see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower, to hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. I hope my phone is just picking up the sumptuousness of the images just in the packaging. We haven't even gotten through the book and the cards. My goodness. Okay, so ooh, another pretty little ribbon, and this is a paper sleeve. Do we have anything else in here? It's a little bit padded. Heaven through earth and spirit through body. Yeah, it seems like there's a little cushioning in the box. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. Nice paper. I don't even want to rip this. It's so cute, but maybe I can, no. Let's see. I do have scissors, so maybe I can cut it nicely. I could probably use this for some mixed media work, collaging and whatnot. I like to try to save paper, decorative paper. Okay, so these are the backs. So beautiful. This looks to be very hand-painted art. Now, cardstock. Okay, there's my hand. That's how big the cards are. You can see I have small hands. Tall like a regular oracle, but not quite as wide. Which is good because I think these images are going to be beautiful. Cardstock is super matte. There's no glossy finish at all. A little bit on the papery side, but there does seem to be some guts to it, maybe a core in it. But I think, you know, I'm going to be careful shuffling this because, you know, you bend a corner or something, it's going to crease. So just be aware of that. So it's not horrible, but you know, it's Cicco Books, so if you are familiar with their cardstock, if you have the Elemental Tarot, Elemental Power Tarot that they recently came out with, it's along the same lines. All right, let's turn it over. Okay. The Sun is the first card. Self-express and embody truth. The Moon, satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. So it looks like for each planet, maybe zodiac sign, there's going to be a little phrase to correspond with it. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at how beautiful. beautiful, my goodness. And I picked the perfect cloth too. Mercury, think, learn, network, and communicate. Venus, give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. Look at the pearl inside the oyster shell. Fantastic. Move forward and defend yourself for Mars. And I love the soft colors. I've this month been working with Claire Goodchild's deck, the Arcana of Astrology, which has a much more bolder color palette. So this is something quite opposite. Saturn, feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. Jupiter, grow and expand. And I see the strips of different paper in the collage or decoupage work that's done here. It looks like she's got beautiful handwriting. Calligraphy here. Uranus, radically change. There's my card. Neptune, dream and transcend. Am I close enough, you guys? I just want you to get all of this. Oh, look at Pluto. Transform. Chiron, hurt and heal. Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. Taurus, trust, patience, and sensuality. Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. Cancer, nurture, comfort, and protection. Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. Libra, consideration, fairness, and harmony. Scorpio, intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom. Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Okay, now it looks like we're going into the houses. House 1, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. House 2, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. So let's see, this is kind of a similar color palette with the peaches and oranges and yellows here and the muted blues. Let's see if that continues. Somewhat. House 3, early learning, childhood, relations, the rational mind, and communication. House 4, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. I'm really enjoying looking at these, you guys. I hope you are too. Let me know in the comments if you are. House 5. Oh, look, the bird is singing a song. Passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. House 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. House 7, profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. House 8, transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. You know, she's got a little bit of the Claire Goodchild aesthetic here, just a little bit. But, you know, they're totally different artists, but that just reminded me. House 9, spiritual growth. House 10, structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. House 7, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. House 12, spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So now we're out of the houses. Now here's the conjunction card. A union, merging, and coming together. Opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. So far I like the one thing, and it's different styles and both are great, but I do like for a beginner how you have a little bit of help with the meanings right here and right here on the card. Just thinking back to Claire's deck, there is no keywords. I have to refer back to the book, which is fine. But if you're a beginner, having a little bit of help is also nice. If you're a straight up beginner, which I pretty much am. Square, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential and a rewarding situation. Earth, persistence, patience, and practicality. I like this, so being down to earth, practicality, having your feet firmly planted on the ground. Air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Fire, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. Water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Yin, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Yang, proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. Cardinal, instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. Fixed, stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. The North Node, destined to have. The South Node, destined to release. And that is it. So what's included? A little bit different. Well, actually, it's a lot different from Claire's deck with what cards they picked to include. Like Claire added some asteroids in her deck, but I could almost see using these together. Yeah, let's take a look at the book, and I'm going to zoom out. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Just super, super pretty. This is a hardcover book, you guys. Oh my goodness. It's like a little journal. Look at this. It's like a library ticket, an old library ticket. People travel to wonder at the height of mountains, at the huge waves of the sea, at the long courses of the rivers and the vast compass of the ocean, at the circular motion of the stars, and yet they pass by themselves without wondering. St. Augustine in the year 400. And this is for my Nana Shirley. Oh my gosh, look at this. Just look and enjoy. Lots of texture. Nice paper. So this is copyrighted 2021. Really, I want to know if you have, and I'm going to go up a little bit higher, you guys. If you have the original first publication, I really want to know how it differs from what you're seeing here. And let me know if this was totally off your radar. It was mine until my sister, who's not into decks, pointed it out to me. So there's quite an involved table of contents. You get an introduction about astrology, working with the deck, the energetics of the deck, so the planets, the energetics of the decks, the signs of the zodiac, the houses, the major aspects, the natural zodiac, the nodes of destiny. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to quickly flip through here. It's quite an involved introduction going. It looks like it's going through her history. And this is her little studio, Venice, California, 2017. You can see that. My studio at the beginning of Heavenly Bodies Astrology. Oh, wow. I started my childhood in Venice, California. And I went to Venice High School, where they filmed Grease. She goes into understanding astrology, the planets, the signs of the zodiacs, the houses, the major aspects, polarity, the elements. You can see the symbols. Working with the deck to learn, to decode, to communicate. So to learn how to learn using the deck, the decoding. It's learning how to read a chart. To communicate what to ask the deck, how to shuffle, a card a day. She has a soul growth spread, which is a 3-card spread. What you are learning, how you are learning it, where the wisdom will take you. The third eye spread. It's a 4-card spread. And then we go in the energetics of the deck. So it's going into the right into the cards. So for instance, the sun, you're going to have keywords for energetics and keywords for experiences. You're going to get passages for omen. So I believe what it means when you get this card. So that's what you get for each card. So you get 2 pages for each card. Let's see if that continues. It looks like it. Looks like it. So yes, you get 2 pages of information for each card in the deck, which is good. And where does it end? Ooh. Okay, after the last card, the South Node, you get a couple of little pages for notes. aha moments, intuitive hits, and things to remember, not to forget. I will not be writing in this book. I'd be writing in another notebook or journal. And a short biography of Lily. As a child, Lily grew among the tide pools of the Pacific and willows of Hampstead Heath. It was an imaginative beginning which bred her sense of wonder and reverent spirit. She studied at London Central St. Martin's College of Art and Design, and in 2012, she returned to her native California to launch a collection of vintage-inspired dresses. Okay, I was right about that. In 2017, she began work on Heavenly Bodies, a personal art project, and in 2018 a healing journey moved her away from fashion and into deeper spirituality. So if you go on her website, just type up lilyashwell.com. I think she's starting to sell, it looks like she's heading in that direction where she's going to sell more spiritual items, crystals and whatnot, and you can buy this deck on her website. So I'll leave links to her website and also the Amazon link where you can get this. I don't believe I paid, what did I say? It was $35 US. Yeah, I don't believe I paid that on Amazon for this deck. It was in the 20s. So it's so beautiful. It looks like it's chock full of wonderful information. Production value is top notch. What they did for the book, the packaging, the imagery in these cards, you guys. Why don't we let's just kind of go on up and move some things back and just lay out these cards and enjoy the sumptuous art. This is right up my alley, and this is the kind of art I would create, or one of the types of art I would create if I could. I'm trying. Move that aside. Just so you can get an idea, to see what they're laid out, what they look like laid out together. Help you make a purchasing decision if this is something that maybe you may want to put on a wish list, if it's something you think maybe you can gift to somebody that's special to you. Oh my gosh, you guys. The cardstock is super matte and papery, but it's not flimsy. You know, it's not like you're gonna see through it or anything. It's decent. I wish they, you know, would put maybe a little bit more care, but it's Cicco Books, and actually I think the production value to this deck is better than some of their others. So it's really good. You know, the cards aren't bad at all. You know, it's just, you know, when you're used sometimes to handling indie decks or even mass market decks by US games that have super high standards and have just done a bang up job with their current, you know, most recent productions, you know, you get a little spoiled. But this is not bad at all. You don't have to complain about this. I'm not going to complain about it. It is exquisite, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you are getting. And if you are a prolific astrologer, let me know what you think of this deck as a, you know, very beginning deck. Are you really resonating with the aesthetic of this deck? I think it is so beautiful. We'll try to give it a little shuffle and mix the cards up a little bit. So they're a little bit large, but not super large. I can get my hands around them, my fingers around them barely. I think it's mostly, once I get a good mix, it's going to be something that I'm not going to riffle shuffle. I'm going to gently do this little waterfall or side shuffle that I do. It is beautiful, you guys. It's beautiful. I don't know. I'd say this is ripe for edging, but because it has white borders, no, I'm not going to try it. I don't trust myself, but you know, doing it a nice, beautiful blue or light pink or lavender would be really pretty on this deck. For those of you who are so inclined. Let's pull a card before I close out and just kind of look and see what the writing is like. Okay, so I've got the 6th house. Just move that over here and we will find it in the book. And it's on page 96, so a very well laid out table of contents. Very well laid out. All right. This humble space holds the mundane details of daily life. It's the framework you maintain to support your personal growth and evolution. It's how you handle personal care and the health of your physical body. It speaks to your discipline, the way you tend to duties like exercise, and your work ethic. It's your experience of work altogether, from interactions with colleagues to work being a joyful part of life or a painful one. It's everything that keeps a life running and your structure around those things. This is the natural home of detailed-oriented Virgo, who practices service as both maintenance and as offering. And being Mercury ruled, it's not as earthbound as it may seem. Without the essentials of this house, you cannot advance into realms of love, spirituality, or philanthropy. Having a hard time with that word. It's the house that says you can't give what you don't have. When looked at from a perspective of a lifespan, it can be seen literally as the young adult establishing a practical foundation, or more figuratively as how you maintain the essentials you need to thrive and progress. So keywords for the energetics is health, personal care, practical details, work, ethic, daily life. Experiences, establishing a foundation, duties, and service. And now under the Omen section, your ability to create, expand, love, and provide all depend on the foundation of your own well-being. Inspect the framework of your life and strengthen this place from which all things grow. Identify the people, places, and things to which you give your precious energy. When you give, are you replenished in return? Spend your energy wisely as you would your hard-earned money. You don't have an endless supply, and there must be enough for self in your reservoir. Prioritize the supports you need to feel balanced, healthy, and whole. Solidify your base, your life will open, and your world will expand. I think that's beautiful. I love the writing. So that concludes my walkthrough and first impressions of the Heavenly Bodies Astrology Deck by Lily Ashwell. I am blown away by the beauty and the production of this deck. I think it's my first deck that I have by Cicco Books that has just blown me away. Let me know in the comments, do you have the original iteration of this deck? Are you familiar with Lily Ashwell? Did I put this on your wish list, or maybe, you know, you have decided, nah, pretty, but I don't need it. Either way, let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you. Yeah, I'm really excited, you guys. I hope you can tell. All right, with that, I will leave you. And if you found this beneficial, if you are brand new to my channel, hit a like, a subscribe. It really helps a small channel. And with that, I will leave you. Bye. Until next time.